Hello, Cancer. This is Meredith. I'm here with your monthly reading for November 2018. We are using Sawyer's Path Tarot. I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos as well so that you get a great picture of your energy atmosphere for the whole month. All right, let's see what is on the bottom of the deck for you. This is lacking symmetry at the moment. I gotta fix that. Okay, bottom of the deck for you, Cancer. Queen of Pentacles, Mother of the Material. Ooh, this is about prosperity, abundance, resources, finances. So, this is an energy that's going to come up, or an issue or a circumstance or situation that's going to come up for you repeatedly through the month of November. This is water and earth, Sagittarius, Capricorn energy here. Yes, so you may be taking care of some property. Perhaps shifting ownership of property in some way. Also, this card is making a clear and intentional plan for your oncoming future. So doing something in the now that benefits you later. There's a lot of divine support on this card. So if you require some assistance in anything dealing with your finances or property, call on your guides and angels. Also, Pentacles are about taking care of ourselves physically, so make sure that you're taking good care of yourself, getting plenty of rest, lots of nutritious food, hydration. There's sensuality on this card too. So it's a very well-rounded card. I'm leaning toward the message of making setting intentions in the now that will pay off later. That feels like the deeper message on this card right now. All right, let's take a look at the current energy. You have the Hermit. All right, inner enlightenment, going within. This also speaks to me, the Hermit speaks to me of solitude, like requiring a good harmonious balance. This is Virgo and Earth energy here, so you've got Earth and Earth. So very grounded. There's healing energy on the Hermit. There's inner self-exploration and expression. So it's not necessarily an outward expression. It's an inward expression on your spiritual journey. Self-discovery. There's contemplation here. This is also making plans for your potential oncoming. You're contemplating your journey in the now. And there's a pause in activity here. This is where the solitude comes in. You're wanting to, Cancer, you're wanting to have freedom to make good and wise choices for yourself in the now that benefit you long term. So that's a repeat on both of those cards. Let's see what crosses the Hermit right now. Eight of Swords. That's a tough one. There's a bit of denial when that card shows up. Like, we're not accepting something. And we're sort of putting ourselves through hell on this card. It's Jupiter and Gemini, air energy. Eights are super stable, so that's one good aspect. You're on a good foundation, but you're feeling restricted. You have an inability to see the way ahead, which is most likely why you are turning inward on the Hermit. So you have an awareness that something in the now is cloudy to you. It's obscured. This is going to run for you through the whole month. Okay. You do have a determination to clear the path ahead. So again, this is why we've got the Hermit at the center of it all. There's also, on the Eight of Swords, a tendency toward perceiving experiences that didn't turn out the way you had hoped as failures. And this creates a feeling of being trapped in anxiety. Also feeling under pressure, like there's some sort of clock ticking down on you. The Eight of Swords, though, does have us mustering our confidence to move forward. So believe in yourself, Cancer. You do have all the resources. This is why the Queen is here, letting you know that you have all the resources and materials that you require in the now to move yourself forward. You're just having a temporary experience of feeling like things are unclear, uncertain, unresolved, and that puts fog on your path. You know, you're looking at a foggy landscape. It will lift, it will clear, but it will be because you've gone into some sort of solitude here and made a more solid plan for yourself in the now that benefits you as you move forward. Okay. Let's see what's at the foundation. Two of Cups. Well, so you have property and money circumstances facing you, and then you also have relationships and or partnerships. Partnerships in career, business, or how you are of service in the world, and within relationships. This is a beautiful card. I love the Two of Cups. It's Venus in Cancer. You got plenty of water energy here, so you've got your own sign on this card. But it's love and partnerships. New and existing. You're seeking balance on this card. And also a sense of security here. The Queen does bring some security. This card also speaks to requiring emotional support and sharing our emotions honestly, authentically. And the support has to come from you. This is a reminder not to look outside the self for what you require. It goes quite nicely with the Hermit because you're looking within. There's bliss and harmony on this card. There's deep peace and appreciation. There is the spirit of giving and receiving, so there's reciprocity here. There's a bit of keeping the faith on this card too. So Cancer, you've got something going on that feels long-term and you're weary of it, and it feels like it's not coming to fulfillment, and you're also sensing that you've worked really long, really hard on your manifestation, and I just have to put it bluntly, you feel in a way just pissed off about something. It's on this Eight of Swords. There is a frustration. My guides and angels are saying to take that frustration out into nature and walk it off. Hug a tree. For real. I'm not saying that to be, to make light of your situation. It's the energy of nature has the power to restore our center, our groundedness, our heart space. And my feeling is, if you take a look at the Hermit, he does always look like he's walking towards something. So you may need to do that. You may need to, go skip rocks on the pond and hug trees and maybe dig in the dirt a bit. Yeah. Get down to the ground here with the Queen and restore your energy. This is a cleansing, healing experience for you if you require it. I'm going to come back to this. Let's see what's next. This is our recent past energy. Okay. Five of Pentacles. That's a cold one, folks. We all know it. No one likes to see it. It is feeling as though we've been left out in the cold. It's more earth energy, and it's Mercury and Taurus. So this is a test of your resources. Cancer, it feels like you are sensing that you have come up short somewhere. And this is a card that reminds you to take a look around. The field of focus has narrowed, and it needs to expand. Because these two folks out in the cold, all they need to do is turn around and see that there's a sanctuary there right behind them that they could enter. So while you're feeling an energy of failure creep in, and a feeling of frustration, and also a sense of waiting, there is sanctuary here for you. You have to pull the blindfold off. This is a time to ask yourself, what have I not considered? And to ask your guides and angels to show you what you may have overlooked. Blindfold. What have I not seen? What is here before me that I am not noticing? And then just allow yourself to be informed. You might want to take that walk out in nature after you ask that question, and then things become clearer. There is some sort of union here for you. Now, this can be in beloved relationship. I feel it quite strongly in the relationship to your own self. You are being asked to bond deeper to your self-mastery here on this Queen. And in doing that, you broaden your field of self-expression, and my guides are saying your sphere of influence. There's an energy here that feels as if you kind of shut down on this Eight of Swords, and you're being asked to come back out of this shutdown. So this is a challenging one, Cancer. Let's see. The next card is the energy that crowns the whole situation. You had two cards fall out, and we have the Queen of Swords and the Fool. Wow. Those two are... they're almost ironic coming out together, because the Fool over here is very like, la-di-da, you know, unconcerned with consequences, and the Queen knows what all the consequences are and does whatever she can to avoid negative consequences. She's an amazing strategist. Now you've got two queens in the reading. So, wow, double the self-mastery. You're being asked to be more grounded and to recognize that this experience is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So it's going to take our perception of time to see yourself through it. And this is the very clarity that we're talking about over here. It's clarity. It's the fog lifting. It's you coming out of the Eight of Swords energy, denial, attitude, frustration, weariness, perception of failure, expanding your sphere of influence, broadening your vision, looking to the horizon with joy like the Fool would. But you're doing it with deliberate strategy here. You're embracing your self-mastery. You're picking yourself up and you are moving on, and you're doing it in the way that a queen would. Okay, and here's the outcome card. Look at that. There you go, 10 of Cups. That makes it worth the journey, doesn't it? So all of this here is coming to a head for you, and it's wildly uncomfortable, I dare say. And the only thing missing here would be the Nine of Swords. And I'm not shuffling any more cards because I don't want that to fall out. But this would be like, it would be like the Nine of Swords, you know, up in the middle of the night, worrying, feeling doubt, fear, worry, and then a new day dawns, and bam, there's your Ten of Cups. This is the dream fulfilled. This is the happily ever after card. And this is you getting the required clarity after you've gone through a period of frustration, feeling, my guides are going to say, forgotten and abandoned because of this 5. But this Queen helps you recapture your wonder and your awe for the magic and the miracle. The magic and the miraculous that unfolds in every breath. And as you recapture that, you bring this situation to its fulfillment through the pure, raw love and joy in your own heart. So it's you getting right with that. What I feel here is a desire to be rescued, and there's no one coming. It's you. It's all you. And it's you in partnership with yourself. It is you in partnership with the co-creative energies of the universe, of all that is. It's you being the love that you are. And the only way out of it is through it. And so this is you going through it in the month of November, feeling like it's just not going to happen. Oh, you know what's interesting? I have another deck out here on the table, and it's obviously not in the scene here, but I just looked over and it's bottom side up, and it's the 9 of Swords. I wasn't even paying attention to that when I said the only thing missing was the 9 of Swords. I really did just notice it. So there may be a few nights like that for you, Cancer, throughout the month. But the overwhelming message is this 10 over here. It's a cycle of completion, and you're going to bring this to completion. You're going to find the clarity you require. The answers you desire are coming to you. You're going to have to take that walk out in nature, maybe a few times through the month, to get yourself right again. And as you do that, it gets better each time, and you recapture your sense of wonder and awe. And that is what helps you create this. And if you'll notice, it's like the Fool is walking toward this. It's an interesting flow in this reading. This Queen is looking over here at this Queen in the Fool. The Fool is looking at the 10. The Hermit is staring right at us, saying, you need to go within, and Cancer, you're wearing the blindfold, saying, go within where? Now, it does suggest even that you could have gone within, but you're tied up in knots within yourself, and only you have the power to free and liberate yourself from that. And you do it by coming into loving partnership within yourself, overcoming the sense of loss and abandonment, and a sense of rejection here too. So the cycle of the cards it moves through some really tough junk over here, but it brings you into something amazing and what you're praying for anyway. Wow. All right, Cancer, leave some comments. Let us know. Share it on the channel, please. We are going to do some angel answer cards. This is your opportunity to ask a question. Please do that. Oh, that's too many falling out. Ask a question. Okay, first card. Interesting. What did I say about keeping the faith? If you believe. I'm going to put that with the Fool, because the Fool believes, and the Fool doesn't really know anything about loss, abandonment, rejection at this point in the Fool's journey. So if you believe, recapture the magic. Okay, next card. Down on the floor. Within the next few months. So this process, I'm putting this with the 10 because this process is going to be, my feeling, somewhat intense through November for you. But as November eases into December and then to January, so into a new year, you're going to see improvement and improvement and then more improvement. That's the feeling I have here. This Queen and the Fool, excuse me, I have hiccups. This is a catalyst. So it ignites an energy that is super powerful and positive for you, and it builds on itself and it continues to gain momentum. So that's positive. Last card. Here we go. Remain positive. You have every reason to remain positive, but you have to find your faith. Okay. Last card for this reading, Cancer, is coming from Notes from the Universe. And you get Love in Spite of It All. It can be hard to do when you're having a Five of Pentacles and an Eight of Swords moment. Before this odyssey ever began, there was you, your best friends, and wide-eyed curiosity, fool, among you about who would be the first to leap, the first to forget, the first to kiss, the first to tell, the first to fall, the first to get back up, and the first to remember that it all began with a dare to love in spite of it all. Is that you, Murgatroyd? The universe. P.S. I remember the glint in your eye. All three of them. Oh, that's cute. What a great message, though. Because on this 8, and maybe even this unintended 9, maybe you need a reminder that you deliberately chose this spiritual odyssey and that you're on it and all the right things are unfolding, no matter how unfavorable they might feel in this now moment. And a dear friend of mine recently reminded me that what's meant for you will never go past you. Trust that, Cancer, as you encounter some of these more challenging moments through the month of November. My peace, love, joy, and blessings to each and every one of you. Please leave some comments. Let us know about your odyssey. Don't forget that doing that inspires other people. Other people love to read the comments on the channel too. Make sure you watch Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos so that you get the full picture of what's going on in November for yourself. And if you'd like to book a private reading, you can do that in the description box below. Bye for now.